All right, Joe Cook here with Debra Clark of the women's basketball team. Back-to-back tough losses for you guys, 52 to 50. Bethune-Cookman, that one in particular, Sarah Daly shot so close to forcing the overtime, and also 81 to 72 to FAMU. Just touching on some things from those games. Speaking of Sarah Daly, she had a career night against FAMU, 23 points, new career high. Talking to her after the game, I know she was kind of like a little frustrated that one got away. She was speaking about being a little bit more patient on offense.
Right, and she is growing daily, and I just really felt bad for her at the Bethune game. She did get a good look at it, and she's such a competitor, and she took it personally. But in the whole scheme of things, Bethune game, we played the whole game like we played the last 8 minutes. It doesn't get down to the last shot. And that's been our premise all year. We have to play 40 minutes. And the other night against FAM, I thought the effort was there, but the productivity was not there. We came down the stretch in the last 5 minutes. We came down entirely too many times and did not score off great opportunities. So I think now it's a point where they have to understand that they have to be productive and give a good effort for the entire 40 minutes. I think a lot of it is our youth coming out, and I think it's only going to get better with time. So we'll come back today and get ready to practice and really have to spend a lot of time on concentrating and making sure we're giving a consistent effort.
And speaking of consistency, I call it the switch. I mean, when you guys turn it on, you guys can be just amazing. In that second half, Bethune-Cookman, you guys roar back, forcing multiple turnovers in different ways. Even forcing players to travel, getting steals. And then the first half of the FAMU game, you guys do the same thing. And also in the second half, down 11, you guys go up 4. And then it's like, switch kind of comes down a little bit.
And I think it is tough to sustain that kind of energy for 40 minutes, but I think we can do it a little bit better. And I think, we get in the habit of getting behind, and then now we're behind, there's a sense of urgency and we turn it up. But like I tell them, I'd much rather just play even keel, if at all possible, the entire time. And like I said, I really love somebody coming after me as opposed to chasing somebody else. So I think with time and experience as the season progresses, we're going to get to that point. I see a lot of progress, and it's so frustrating because I think, with the potential that we have on the team, we could have won those 2 games. So that's kind of frustrating because we're right knocking on the door. So we're going to continue to work hard, and the next game, Hampton, is a good opportunity for us to bounce back. I mean, they're playing extremely well right now. They're fast, they're aggressive, they're going to play man-to-man the entire 40 minutes. So we're going to have to step up and meet that challenge.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a challenge. Pretty much going against the top team in the MEAC. They have 3 players that are in the top 10 in scoring. But you're also neck to neck with them in some pretty good categories. Basically, we're going to see some of the top 3-point shooting teams in the MEAC. You guys are number 1, they're number 2. You guys are number 3 and 4 in scoring. You guys are number 3 and 4 and 5 in 3-point defense. That's be number 4. But Hampton does on the rebounding margin. Even with those numbers, this could be a pretty classic.
And they are a very physical team. That's one area where we're lacking is being physical the entire time. And with Quanisha Perry, offensively, defensively, rebounding, she's just a force inside. We're going to have to contain her and then just match her aggressiveness and intensity. But I think the biggest thing is we're going to have to come out and play hard, play well, and play smart as a unit.
Right. And one of those ways that you guys are playing smart is on offense. You guys are leading the MEAC in assists. That's really speaking how you guys are sharing the ball.
Right, and that we're doing that. Now the biggest thing with that, we have to finish a little bit more. I think we run our plays really well, but we have to get more finishes at the end of the possession. So once we do that, I think we'll be right where we need to be.
And then you guys on the road again, going to DC to play Howard. Last team in the MEAC, but I think it's like a little interesting that you're on the road and then you go up against the top team in the MEAC and then the last place team in the MEAC. So I guess what would it say about your team to get an upset and then be the team that you guys should be?
Right, and the thing is right now, I try to tell them we have to play the game, not the opponent, because we play well with good people, then we play a team that may not be as high as a well standard, we'll play down to their level. So we again going back to our consistency, we have to find the level of play which we play every day and play that every night, because you can't really adjust to every opponent. I mean, you know personnel, you know tendencies, but when it's all said and done, you have to play your game, and we really have to identify ourselves, I think, first.
Real quickly, another one of your fat freshmen, if I could say, Rachel Gordon. She started out the season so hot, and she got some injuries. And now she's like slowly getting back into that game speed. 6 points, about 6 rebounds the last 2 games.
Right.
How's she coming along?
She's doing really, really well. So she got hurt early on. She had a back injury. She sat out almost 2 weeks. So she's getting herself back. Since the Christmas holiday, she's getting herself back into game shape. The biggest adjustment she's making right now is the transition from high school basketball to college. Now she's playing down the post, and people are bigger and faster and stronger. And coming out of high school, she was more of a finesse player. And now I'm asking her to be a little bit more physical down there. So defensively on the rebound, she's giving us a huge, huge addition to rebounding. But now we just need her to be a little bit more consistent in scoring points. But she's making great progress.
And lastly, what do you see the attitude of the team going forward? I mean, these next couple of games really say a lot about you guys.
Well, I think they believe in themselves. And one thing about this group, after the game, when we talk about the deficiencies that we have, they're accountable. They're accountable and they're responsible. And I tell them all the time, once you admit that you have some flaws, now we can go back to correct them. So they're a good group to work with. I'm sure they're going to come out today, work hard, trying to improve, and do what we can do to be prepared for Saturday. So I feel good about the team. I mean, I'm not hitting the panic button or anything, because all those games, we were right there. And the things that we're lacking, I feel, are easily correctable.
All right. See if the Spartans can correct those things. They go to Hampton, first Battle of the Bay contest this year. For more on women's basketball, NSUSpartans.com.